Good morning, class. In the previous turn, we were discussing heat capacity, specific heat capacity, and molar heat capacity. Now, let us revise further. Heat capacity is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a system through 1 degree centigrade, while the specific heat capacity is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance through 1 degree centigrade. While the molar heat capacity is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of substance through 1 degree centigrade. Student, now let us discuss the relationship between Cp and Cv. Now we are discussing with the relationship between Cp and Cv. As we know that at here Cp is the heat capacity at constant pressure and Cv is the heat capacity at constant volume. Now at constant volume, as QV is equals to CV delta T, which must be equal to change in internal energy. Further, at constant pressure, as QP is equals to Cp delta T is equal to delta H. But we know that change in enthalpy is equals to changes in internal energy plus change in product of pressure volume. But we know that PV is equals to RT from ideal gas equation. Thus we have delta H is equals to delta U plus delta RT, because PV is equal to RT. Now we get delta H is equals to delta U plus R delta T, since R is a constant, but the value of delta H is Cp delta T and the value of delta U is Cv delta T plus R delta T is here. Taking delta T component from both sides, we get Cp is equals to Cv plus R, or we can write it Cp minus Cv is equals to R. So the relationship between the Cp, that is the heat capacity at constant pressure, and the heat capacity at constant volume is Cp minus Cv is equals to R. Student, here we discuss the relationship between Cp and Cv. Heat at constant volume, QV is equal to Cv delta T, that is equal to change in internal energy at constant pressure. QP is equal to Cp delta T, that is change in enthalpy. On putting these values in enthalpy formula, we get the acquired relationship. It is Cp minus Cv is equals to R. Now let us discuss reaction enthalpy. Reaction enthalpy is indicated by delta RH, the enthalpy change accompanying a reaction. I repeat again, the enthalpy change accompanying a reaction is said to be its reaction enthalpy. Reaction enthalpy of any equation may be calculated with the help of a formula. Change in reaction enthalpy is equals to sum of enthalpies of products minus summation sum of enthalpies of reactant. So reaction enthalpy is calculated with the help of formula summation enthalpies of product minus summation enthalpies of reactant. Now it should be noted the standard condition for enthalpies are 298 Kelvin temperature and 1 bar pressure. Now let us discuss thermochemical equation. Student, when the chemical equation represent not only reactant and product but also the heat change, it is said to be thermochemical equation. I repeat again, when the chemical equation represent not only reactant and product but also heat change, it is said to be thermochemical equation. For example, carbon when combust in presence of oxygen to form carbon dioxide gas. In this process, the enthalpy of combustion is minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole. So it is the enthalpy change during the conversion of carbon to carbon dioxide. So thermochemical equation is the chemical equation in which heat change is also mentioned along with reactant and products. Now let us discuss enthalpy of combustion. Now let us discuss enthalpy of combustion. Student, enthalpy of combustion is indicated by delta CH. Enthalpy of combustion. It is defined as the heat change. I repeat it again. It is defined as the heat change by combustion of 1 mole of substance in the presence of oxygen. I repeat again. Enthalpy of combustion is defined as the heat change on combustion of a substance in presence of oxygen. It is represented by delta CH. For example, carbon on combustion with oxygen give carbon dioxide. In this process, enthalpy of combustion is minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole. The unit of enthalpy is kilojoule per mole. So we can repeat enthalpy of combustion again. Enthalpy of combustion is defined as a heat change on converting 1 mole of compound or substance is combust in presence of oxygen. Now let us discuss standard enthalpy of combustion. It is defined as the heat change of 1 mole of solid substance under standard condition. Standard condition we always taking 298 Kelvin temperature and 1 bar pressure. Now let us discuss standard enthalpy of fusion. Standard enthalpy of fusion is indicated by delta fuse H naught. It is defined as the heat change. I repeat again, it is defined as the heat change of melting 1 mole of solid substance in standard state. I repeat it again. It is defined as a heat change on converting 1 mole of solid substance into liquid state. For example, enthalpy of fusion of H2O, H2, H2OL is 6 kilojoule per mole. It should be noted, if the value of delta H is positive, it indicates endothermic reaction, that is, heat is absorbed. But if the value of delta H is negative, it indicates exothermic reaction. It indicates exothermic reaction. So enthalpy of fusion is defined as a heat change of 1 mole of solid substance under standard condition. Now let us discuss standard enthalpy of vaporization. Standard enthalpy of vaporization is defined as the heat change on conversion of 1 mole of liquid into vapor state under standard condition. It is indicated by delta vap H naught. For example, for conversion of H2O liquid into H2O gas, the enthalpy of vaporization for this process is plus 40.8 kilojoule per mole. Since delta H has positive value, it indicates that the endothermic reaction take place. Similarly, we can define standard enthalpy of sublimation. Standard enthalpy of sublimation is defined as the enthalpy change when 1 mole of liquid changes into 1 mole of solid changes into vapor state under standard condition. I repeat it again. Standard enthalpy of sublimation is defined as the enthalpy change on conversion of 1 mole of solid into vapor state under standard condition. For example, standard enthalpy of sublimation for conversion of iodine solid to iodine gas is standard enthalpy of sublimation for conversion of 1 mole of iodine solid into 1 mole of iodine gas is 62.4 kilojoule per mole. It means it is also a endothermic reaction. Now let us discuss enthalpy of neutralization. Enthalpy of neutralization is defined as the heat change when 1 gram equivalent of acid is neutralized by 1 gram equivalent of base while both the reaction carried out in dilute aqueous solution. For example, when HCl react with NaOH result the formation of NaCl plus H2O. In this case, the enthalpy of neutralization for the process is minus 57.1 kilojoule per mole. It should be noted enthalpy of neutralization for the reaction between the strong acid and strong base is always constant, that is minus 57.1 kilojoule per mole, because both are completely ionized in their aqueous solution. Now let us define enthalpy of solution. Enthalpy of solution is defined as the enthalpy change when 1 mole of substance is dissolved in a specific amount of solvent. For example, when KCl solid dissolved in water to form KCl aqueous, the enthalpy change for the process is said to be enthalpy of solution, or we can also say it to be enthalpy of dilution. Now let us consider Hess law of constant heat summation. Now let us discuss Hess law of constant heat summation. According to Hess law of constant heat summation, the heat change of the reaction is same either reaction is carried out in one step or in number of steps. I repeat again, according to Hess law, the heat change of the reaction is same either reaction is carried out in one step or in number of steps. For example, carbon on react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide in a one step. In this step, the enthalpy of combustion is minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole. If this reaction is carried out in two steps, like first we have a solid, we react it with oxygen, limited amount of oxygen to convert it into carbon monoxide gas. The enthalpy change for this process is represented by H1. Suppose it will be 110 kilojoule. Further, CO react with half O2 and the enthalpy change for this process is minus 283 kilojoule. Then we will obtain CO2. If we are adding, suppose this is said to be H1, this is said to be H2. So delta Hc is equals to H1 plus H2. That is the Hess law is verified. I repeat it again. According to Hess law of constant heat summation, heat change of the reaction is same either reaction is carried out in one step or in number of steps. Now let us discuss a numerical based on Hess law. Now according to numerical, calculate enthalpy of formation of methane. Student, we have to calculate enthalpy of formation of methane, in which the enthalpy of combustion of methane, graphite and dihydrogen are given. Enthalpy of combustion of methane, that is methane is combust to form CO2 along with 2H2O, gives equation number 1. And the enthalpy of combustion for this reaction is given minus 890.3 kilojoule per mole. Similarly, graphite is given. For graphite, carbon combined with oxygen to form carbon dioxide gives equation number 2, in which the enthalpy of combustion is given minus 393.4 kilojoule per mole. Also dihydrogen is given. Hydrogen combined with H2 plus half O2 gives H2O, gives equation number 3, we have delta Hc is equals to minus 285.7 kilojoule per mole. Now, our aim is to calculate the value of delta HF methane, that is enthalpy of formation of methane, by utilizing these equation. We notice methane is occurring first step. In the first step, right hand side CO2 and 2H2O is there. We are converting equation 2 and 3 in such a manner so that they may be equal to right hand side of equation 1. So, we take equation 2 as it is, adding equation 3 in equation 2 by multiplying it with 2. Why 2? Because here the 2H2O is there. Now subtract it from equation 1. We get C plus O2 plus 2H2 plus O2 minus CH4 minus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O minus CO2 minus 2H2O. Now cancelling like terms, O2, O2, 2O2 cancel out by 2O2. Now remain will be C plus 2H2 gives CH4. That is our the aimed equation, because we have to calculate enthalpy of formation of methane, and the last equation also indicate carbon plus hydrogen gives methane. That is methane is formed. That means our format is correct. Now calculate enthalpy of formation of methane. Enthalpy of formation of methane, equation 2. Equation 2 value is minus 393.4. Equation 3 value is minus 285.7. Multiply by 2. Then equation number 1 minus 890.3. So the enthalpy of formation of methane comes out to be minus 74.8 kilojoule per mole. By this way we can calculate various question given in NCERT and other refresher book. It is 74.6 approx. So this type of question is based on thermochemical equation, or you can say that these type of question are made the numerical problem of Hess law. Thank you very much.